This is the Voxflix X9 Ultra, a full HD projector with the ability to play content up to 4K. It has 1200 ANSI lumens in terms of brightness. It has Android 11 as operating system and it promises a lifespan up to 60,000 hours. And before I show you the review, you need to know some important aspects. The first and very important thing is that this projector has the possibility of being tilted up to an angle of 30 degrees. Second, it has two cameras, one for automatic autofocus correction and another for automatic keystone correction, although you can also do it manually. Third, on the back it has all its inputs. It has an infrared port, two USB ports, it has a port to connect or adapt a micro SD card. It has a port for an HDMI cable and a 3.5mm jack. And of course the input to connect the power cable. Fourth, easily on the back you can remove this little cover to clean the dust filter. And it's also good for you to know that this projector is relatively light at just 1.86 kilograms. And fifth, its remote control is relatively small, comfortable to the grip, has few keys but enough for everything, and is charged with two disposable AAA batteries. Once connected to the power supplies, you can turn it on from here or from the power button on the remote control. The operating system, as I mentioned, is Android 11 and of course has the ability to access the Play Store of Google to install applications. But you can also install them externally in APK format either through the Downloader app or by using a memory flash drive or a micro SD card. It has several apps pre-installed, for example Netflix or YouTube, but I also installed some other apps such as Crunchyroll and HBO Max among others, and they all work without any trouble. You can access to change the picture mode between these options: standard, vivid, cinema, realistic, or the custom mode where you can modify brightness, contrast, saturation, among other parameters. Once you select the picture mode you want, you can go back and keep playing the video of the app you were using. By the way, according to the AIDA64 app, this projector has 2 GB of RAM, it has about 10.9 GB of storage, a quad-core ARM Cortex A53 processor, and a GPU Mali G31. This will be the home screen of this projector's operating system. Here you have several options, for example, access the Bluetooth options to pair a soundbar among other devices if you want to. You will also find all the projection options such as autofocus or keystone correction. It has also the auto obstacle avoidance in case you need this option. And I'm showing you this feature in practice, me as an obstacle, and here you can see the projector does a great job. Another very important feature you can access on this projector is screencast your smartphone. For example, using this mirrorcast receiver option, you enable it, then you go to your smartphone and you can click the projector and then the screencast will be activated automatically in few seconds. And of course, both devices, the projector and your smartphone, have to be connected to the same Wi-Fi network. By the way, it's very important for you to know that this projector has Wi-Fi 6. This means it obviously recognizes 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz networks in order to work with them at the same time, but the router that provides those signals must also be compatible with Wi-Fi 6. Otherwise, you will only be able to work with one of those signals. In this case, my router isn't compatible with Wi-Fi 6, so I am only working with the 5 GHz signal. And in this case, it works incredibly well, providing good fluency or smoothness of the operating system, and also when you want to load some videos. The viewing angles will be very good. In fact, I will say they are perfect. The colors won't lose volume and won't look whitish, even if the angle is very wide. By the way, the maximum screen size you will get with this Voxflix X9 Ultra will be up to 150 inches at a distance of 4.6 meters, and at 2.7 meters it will a maximum of 80 inches or smaller if you require it. You can also connect a device to the HDMI port, either a TV box or, for example, and very importantly, a video game console, and the response in general will be very good, considering we're talking about a low-budget projector. Finally, you need to know this projector is relatively quiet, and in terms of the sound system, it has a 5-watt speaker, which may be more than enough for a small or even medium-sized room. Or at least it can get you out of trouble if you don't have a soundbar or another audio device with more power. I will leave you with a small test so you can more or less notice how the speaker system of this projector will perform in real life. Finally, you need to know the purchase link can be found in the description and also a discount code. And if you ask me whether or not I recommend this projector, I will say yes. Especially if you want a very good projector with enough amount of brightness and with a low budget. Without further ado, I remind you guys you can support my channel by making some purchases through the links I put in the description. Also, click the like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and until next time.